Can you believe it that Christmas is this week? Not long to go now. The advent calendar is slowly but surely getting there. It's the 19th of December today. How excited are you now? Very excited. Yes. It's now time to butter my bagel. Nice and fresh out the toaster, got some butter there. I actually get nervous about buttering this because I know there's so many haters out there now for the people who don't like the way I spread my butter. So this is for you guys. Now you got to give it to me, that is pretty decent. I'm happy with that. Oh yeah. Hey, what's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another Breakfast with TNC video. I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. Today we're back for another breakfast video. We've got a cinnamon and raisin bagel. I've eaten half of it because when you're walking up them stairs and you've got a piping hot bagel under your nose, it's tempting. It's very tempting. I had to nibble into it. We've also got an apple because health, and we've got a coffee today. A little kind of, I'm going to call it a flat white because it's a very strong espresso with some milk. It's very nice indeed. Anyway, let's get into the news. Of course, Friday night we lost at Huddersfield, yeah, Alex Neil has to go. He hasn't gone yet, and I doubt he will go until January, which is stupid. But there we go. He probably won't even go, to be honest. I'm gonna have another sip of coffee because it's lovely. But Paddy Davitt has written one of the best articles I've read this season, and Paddy Davitt has been brutally honest throughout the whole season, which I fully respect from a journalist who is in contact with Alex Neil a lot, so you know he's not holding back here. And Paddy Davitt simply says Norwich City at the point of no return. It says here, the time has come for some brutal reality. Any still harbouring hopes of automatic promotion hover on the delusional side of optimistic, even if this group of underperforming players led by a manager who appears increasingly stubborn, inflexible and reactionary could rouse themselves from any concerted passage of time. The likes of Newcastle United and Brighton have disappeared over the horizon. Frankly, the top six looks out of reach, not based on the points differential, but to overcome but the prevailing winds. And it's very true. I run a Facebook post over the weekend and put like this status if you think Alex Neil should be gone. It got over 1,000 likes. The post only reached something like 15,000 people, so 1 in 15 people bothered to click like, and no one on the comment section said, no, you're stupid. Everyone on Twitter agreed with my video pretty much, except for a few. If you still think that Alex Neil should be in this job, you're either got a crush on Alex Neil, you're deluded, or you're happy to accept for averages. I don't have a crush on Alex Neil. I'm not delusional, and I don't want to accept averageness. It's the most painful thing ever. I said it in my video. When you see an underperforming team underperforming, we should be doing better than this. We should be doing better, and underperforming is so tough to take for me. The next article is Huddersfield chief David Wagner reveals how he toppled top-class Norwich City. And I love this comment from David Wagner. Whenever I say Wagner, I think of Wagner of X Factor. Don't know why. He put, I wasn't born amazing. I wasn't born amazing. I love that. He said, to be fair, I think now in this season we had a few of the headlines. And basically he just went on to say that they've got an identity. They've got an identity. They don't settle for losing games, but they don't also set targets. They just take one game at a time. They've got an identity, and Paddy Davitt also said that in his previous article. He said that Norwich City, when we went up under Alex Neil, we had a massive identity about us, You know, we'd beaten Middlesbrough at Wembley after pretty much 15 minutes. We were composed, we were relaxed, and we don't have that this season. And you look at other results, even Ipswich at the weekend, they won that game late into the late into the game, 85 minutes, 87 minutes. Aston Villa won their game against QPR late on. Brighton came from behind to win. Newcastle battled hard to get the win. They were drawn at one point. You just think that if we go behind, this Norwich City team aren't going to win the game, and it was proven on Friday. If this was Alex Neil's team in the 2014-15 season and we went 2-1 behind against Huddersfield, you'd probably bank us or put a fiver on us to go and get a 3-2 win. That's just not going to happen anymore. We had the chances, we weren't composed enough, we weren't relaxed enough, we weren't tactically good enough, we weren't good enough on the ball, we weren't good enough off the ball, and that eventually leads to failure. And that's exactly what we got. The next article is all about Johnny Howson's post-match interview. He says Norwich City players have the thick skin to brush off the boo boys and dig themselves out of the championship hole. That's according to Johnny Howson. He said, no, it doesn't affect me. I've had it a few times in my career now, and I must admit, sometimes when you were younger, it does affect you. There's no line about that. I'm not saying personally, but I've had a few times in my career, and it's part of the parcel. This is about fans giving players stick. He said, it's up to them to voice their opinion, and sometimes it's acceptable. But the best thing, which can be difficult at times, is to all stick together. That's the best way to go forward. And I do agree to a certain extent that it is a shame that fans are, I wouldn't say fans are divided actually, we all think the same thing. But when you want change, you can't settle for the same thing. When you want change, sometimes you have to be negative, sometimes you have to raise your voice, sometimes you have to boo. And if we do need change, we do need Alex Neil to leave, we do need maybe Delia to look at the ownership plan and stuff like that. We do need change if we want to go forward. And no, we're not going to accept losing 2-1 against Huddersfield on Friday night. We're not going to go, oh, unlucky lads, maybe next week we'll pay another 50 quid, travel up the country, and maybe you might perform then. But even if not, don't worry. Hope you have a nice Christmas. Cheers, lads. Thanks for a nice Friday night. We're not going to do that. It's stupid. If you want to raise your voice, if you want to boo, do it. If you don't think it's acceptable, do it. Who cares? Finally, vital Norwich City, 100% Canaries, 100% unofficial. Love that. Scunthorpe want to keep Harry Toffolo, pretty much the only left back we've got other than Martin Olsen, a man who could have done a job for us this season. We loaned them out, of course we did. But he's been doing brilliantly at Scunthorpe in League One this season. They're top of the league. He's bloody brilliant, isn't he, Harry Toffolo? He's doing really well. But Scunthorpe obviously want to keep him. He's doing very, very well there, and you don't blame them. Scunthorpe need Harry Toffolo, and Harry Toffolo kind of needs Scunthorpe for his progression. So fair play to Harry Toffolo, and well done to Scunthorpe. Anyway, I'm going to tuck into the rest of this. We've got some really cool offers coming with the Acle Bridge very soon, so keep a lookout here on Breakfast with TNC. A massive thank you to Acle Bridge for sponsoring. Go and check out their pub in Acle, the best pub in Norfolk. I love it there, it's brilliant. Go and get some food, get a pint, have a good Christmas, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you very soon. I'm about to eat this, and I'll eat my apple because I'm healthy as well. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. See you later.
Once upon a time, a fairy tale.